All right, it's another episode of Hockey Talk in the Desert Southwest. We're minutes before the championship game here at the Ice Vegas Invitational. Why not bring on a guy that's got some connections to two schools? Unfortunately, they're not playing against each other this weekend, but Jeff Walker, welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much. Glad to be back.
So you're in Vegas. I'm guessing a couple of years ago you didn't think you'd be here for an NCAA hockey game, did you?
Never in a million years. Never in a million years. That's fantastic, though.
What's this week been like for you? I know close to home, you could drive to a game that's not in Phoenix. Right. Beautiful T-Mobile Arena. Yeah. Your alma mater is here, and now you got Johnny, your son, playing for ASU. Tell me what the week's been like.
It's been pretty gut-wrenching a little bit. I really wanted both teams to meet in the championship, and I would love to see how Johnny would have came out. And I'm sure, I mean, he doesn't even talk about things like that, but I'm sure underneath he'd love to come out there and do really well against BC.
So BC comes up and they come up short last night with Northern Michigan, and then tonight they go to a shootout and come up short again. So what's your feelings as far as BC? I know they're missing a lot of players with the World Juniors, but
they're definitely missing some players. They're missing the goalie and a couple of kids that actually Johnny played against last year and the last couple of years in the juniors. And I knew in the shootout the Tovinen goalie for Northern Michigan used to play with Johnny and Minot.
Okay.
So I knew the game was over once it went to a shootout.
Right.
That kid's pretty strong. Johnny would have told you the same thing.
So now we're minutes away, but let's backtrack to last night. What were your thoughts when the Sun Devils come out on a Friday night and they score 3 in the first period and they have a 3-0 lead?
It was. As soon as I got one goal, it felt much better. They seemed to play much better once they get one away and start grinding. It looked like a different team. They looked very energetic. They were hitting. They were taking the body. They were clean. They're finishing the checks. They were making good passes. It was great hockey to watch. It was very nice. And then they get 2, and then 3. It's funny because then I. After the period, Clifford's dad and I walked by and I go, "What was that?"
Right.
And he's like, "I know." I was like, "Hey, we'll take it. Just let's keep it." It seems like things are progressing. To trust the process, as they
right.
say.
Absolutely.
And, it definitely seemed to they seemed to work well. Lines seemed to be nice line matchups, and the effort, the energy was nice. It was good to see.
You know, I talked to Coach Powers after the game, and he really stressed that he wanted the guys to have fun this week. I know they went out to his house on Wednesday night and just played some games and hung loose. And he said when he came up here, all he was really expecting out of them was to have a really good time and play the game for fun.
Right. Well, that's what it's all about.
That's what it's about, right?
Yeah, technically is what it's supposed to be all about, but it never really is. And the way things have gone lately, I could see kids thinking too much or being afraid to make a pass, or they just have to continue to keep playing hockey and move the puck well, and they did that really well last night. Came back a little bit in the second where it kind of came back.
Kind of bogged down on them a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit, but that happens. That's the natural ebb and flow of hockey usually. But they responded very nice, and then it was nice to see, was it 4-1, then it was 5-1? Is that how it went?
I think so.
And that it was just a breath of fresh air. I think Coach Powers mentioned something about was Rowe's goal. Maybe the 4th goal was the one that really helped. I could feel it. Yeah,
that one to start the second period when they were on the 5-on-3 power play. And Coach said, quite frankly, if they hadn't scored on that, it might have been a different outcome.
Absolutely. Those things that, you sit in the stands here and you listen to some people that know hockey and some people that don't know hockey. And but I mean, a couple of guys that I was around, we felt it like that was so huge that we had to capitalize on that, and they did, and it was nice to see it happen.
Tell me a little bit about T-Mobile. You've had a chance to see it for the first time, I think, right?
Yes,
this weekend?
First time, absolutely.
What do you think of the facility?
Beautiful facility. It's amazing. It's everything seems to be done right, except there's no shots. Right. They don't keep the shots for some reason. I'm sure they do in the NHL, but I don't know what's going on here. So it's because I was kind of curious how things were going in the first BC game.
Right.
But then you get a feel for it, but other than that, the sound system sounds great. Even that's one of my pet peeves, to listen to that. I'd rather talk to people about the game, like during the game. We can't even hear each other. But a beautiful facility. I can see why they're doing so well.
I'm going to ask you the same question I've asked the beat reporter. I've asked Tyler Paley. Should we get a win tonight and we get a tournament win, what do you think that's going to do to the team the rest of the way? Home game's coming up. How big is this game tonight?
I think it'd be a nice building block. It'd be nice where they can realize how to win,
Right.
and what it takes to win. Put that in the back of their mind and continue the process. And it's still going to be, they're going to run into a buzzsaw this month anyways.
Right.
But, every game, except for maybe one or two,
Yep.
they've been in and been very competitive. But putting this a feather in your cap and moving on would be great for them psychologically, I would think, more than anything.
Let's wrap it up a little bit by you telling me what your opinion or what Johnny's told you so far in his first half year as a collegiate hockey player. What's it been like for him?
He's really enjoyed school,
Right.
Which is, there was a couple of years where he homeschooled and things like that. So he's proud that he did so well. I know he's really proud of that part. So that to me is special because it's trying to instill. It's more than just the hockey. You have to be able to
Absolutely.
do well there. And then I know hockey's been. He's loving it. He loves the boys. He loves being around the team as usual. I think he's a little frustrated. I think he wish he could, do more offensively. But it's going to come. He's been hitting post, or he passes someone to hit the post, and 3 or 4 of those go a different way, and it's a different season so far. But he's hard on himself. He's a pretty loose kid sometimes, but like internally, and not being in juniors where you can like let frustration out a little easier. I think he's more than anything just wanted to help the team as much as possible and want to contribute more. I think that's what I would say about him so far.
It's funny you mentioned that because I talked to him right before Christmas and I had a chance to visit with him for a little bit, and I said, so what's the frustrations like? I hear he goes, well, I learned pretty quickly that it's not juniors. He said, it's no sense in fighting with a cage on.
Yeah. Although I think he tried.
Well, Jeff, I appreciate your time. Let's get a sweep. We'll call it a home sweep even when we're in Vegas.
I'm not going to say the S word. I'm not saying it.
We're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. I got a feeling tonight. Thanks for your time as always, and hang in there the rest of the season, okay?
Absolutely. Me too.